So we talk a lot about prison. All the dumb people on TV think it's no big deal. Go to prison. Yeah, whatever. Die there. You're on the other side. You deserve it. But you never hear from anyone who's been in federal prison. And one thing about people who have been in federal prison, they tend to be for prison reform because it's bad. Bernie Kerik is one of them. He's a former NYPD commissioner, author of the book From Jailer to Jailed, and he joins us tonight. Quick question for you, Bernie Kerik, is you see people blithely recommend that so-and-so do the rest of his life in prison. What's your reaction as someone who's been there?
Honestly, it makes me sick, especially Cory Booker. I've worked with Senator Booker for the last 5 years on trying to get these bills passed. And at every meeting, everything we've done, first time, nonviolent offenders should not go to prison for life, should not go to prison for extended time. We should look at alternative sentencing. And then to hear him talk today, like Paul Manafort should go to prison for the 19 to 24 years or whatever the recommendation was, it's BS. It's completely hypocritical, and it just makes me sick.
So you hear people say, and we'll just be honest, I mean, most people you see on TV are dumb. You know, that's why they're not in finance. So they don't know. But you do know. And when you hear them say, it's club fed, whatever, it's easy, you're basically going to be golfing the whole time. Is that true?
Here's the only people that thinks that a minimum security camp where Paul Manafort should go, may go, the only people that believes that are people that's been in the system and are institutionalized, and they've been there for 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 years. Those people think that a minimum security camp is club fed because they've been turned into monsters. But when you take a law-abiding citizen, a 70-year-old man, and you stick him in a minimum security camp where the noise is atrocious, where there's filth, where you have to live on a daily basis and worry about MRSA and staph infection and HIV, and you live out of a Tupperware dish, and you live in a cubicle that's made for 2 people, and there's 5 guys in there, and you have the deprivation of freedom, which is so profound that you can't even imagine it, and you don't get to see your kids, you don't get to see your grandkids, and if you don't have money, you can't survive because you can't talk to anybody on the outside. Don't tell me that a minimum security camp is a country club or club fed because you have no idea what you're talking about, you're delusional, or you're just plain stupid.
How do you feel as someone who's over 40, watching your country become a place where people openly call for the imprisonment of their political opponents because they're their political opponents?
You know what, Tucker, I wrote about this today. There's an article in Newsmax, and it's basically, it's all about Nadler sending out 81 letters. He's going to torment and torture and bankrupt 81 people for political reasons, selective and political reasons. It's got to stop. Somebody has to do something to stop this. They're bankrupting people. They're destroying people's lives. They're crucifying people, families, kids. It's just sickening.
It is sickening. I agree with that completely. Bernie Kerik, thank you very much for your perspective on that.
Thank you.